Hello again, and today I wanted to talk about keeping a positive mindset even in this situation we're in right now. And I do recognize we are in a health crisis and potentially an economic crisis. People are losing their jobs around us. There's isolation, there's lockdown, there's all this language going on around us, and it's very negative and can be very consuming for us. So how can we turn that around into a positive? It may be difficult, but there are ways we can do this. And the more we do this, the better it is for us. It's better for our health. It's better for the people around us. It's better for everything. Because if we start engaging in more of these negative thoughts, actually our body feels it. It changes physiologically. So when we think negative thoughts and we dwell in them and feel them, we actually release negative chemicals through our body. Even adrenaline and cortisol and all those stress chemicals through the body, putting us in a bit of a fight and flight response all the time. Not a good way to actually operate from. And the polar opposite is if we start to engage in positive thoughts as much as possible, we can then trigger and induce positive hormones and chemicals through the body, or the serotonin and the dopamine and all those nice feelings that we get through our body. So that's what we want to spend more time on. But how do we do this? Well, I personally want to share with you a game that I do myself to remain positive, and I have done this for years. It's a little game I learnt many years ago, is to flip it or to change it. So it's called polar opposites or thought switching. So anytime there's a negative emotion or feeling or thought, I'll observe it as an observer, look at what it is and why it's come, but I'll also turn it around to the polar opposite. So for example, right now, there's obviously a lot of fear right now in the world. A lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of uncertainty. And these are three quite strong primal emotions, very negative and very primal, and they induce strong feelings through the body. So if I notice that I'm operating from fear or starting to have fearful thoughts, then I'll observe it and try to understand it a little bit, but then I'll also flip it and change it to the polar opposite. So what's the polar opposite of fear? For me, it's trust. So instead of having fear of the unknown and all these things that we cannot control, I'll trust that the process is okay. I'll trust myself that I have the resources to get through this. I trust that I'm supported with the people around me and am supporting other people. So fear, I'll switch to trust and then operate from a trustful way and share that with the people around me. Anxiety, for example, another strong negative feeling and emotion. If I'm feeling any anxious thoughts, or especially anxiety about the future, which we cannot control, I'll turn that around. What's the opposite of anxiety? Calm. For me, it's calm, peace, presence, and I'll become present with myself, maybe do a meditation of some sorts or some breathing exercises to find that calm again and operate from that calm place, as opposed to operating from that reactive and anxious place. And then the strongest one right now that I'm noticing a lot of people is uncertainty. You know, we're not sure when this is going to end, we're not sure of the future, but we cannot control that. We cannot have any control over that particular thing right now. What we can control is ourself and our reaction to it. So what's on the other side of uncertainty? There's security, or certainty even. And what am I certain about? What am I secure about? You know, I have a roof over my head, I can feed myself and my family. I have that certainty that, you know, things are going exactly as they should, and that's what I can control, and I'll spend my energy there. So see how it works? We flip it. We constantly flip it from fear. We flip to trust, from anxiety to calm, from uncertainty to security. And that could also be with the people around you, the people that you're associating with, you know, having conversations with in this, you know, isolation world we're living in. People can be feeding you more fear and uncertainty and, you know, sharing all this negative language around you. So I choose not to spend my time with people like that. I choose not to actually associate with people or choose to disengage with that. So instead of being around negative people, I'll associate with positive people, people that support me and lift me up, and spend my time with that. And that's exactly the same as thoughts. So negative thoughts, I'll choose not to spend my time in there or spend my energy or engage with them or entertain those thoughts and give them energy. I'll choose to flip it and change it into a positive thought. So it's just a little game, and any things that pop up, any negativities that pop up, how can I turn that around and make it a positive? So give that a shot. It's a really fun little game to do, and I'm not underestimating the power of these strong emotions, but really turning it around. You do have a choice for that. The other thing is to surround yourself with, positive affirmations and do some things that make you feel good. Read some positive quotes, read some positive books, read some things that lift you up. Maybe even take up a new hobby through this. How can you actually make this situation a good thing? And believe it or not, people are. I've actually heard some stories where people have been stuck in particular jobs or roles or parts of their life that they haven't valued or felt a bit stuck in. And now this opportunity now is an opportunity to change. Coming from a different place, coming from a bit of change within themselves, but also learning that what is important in life, they need to change. So there are some positive ways we can do this. And one of the good quotes I've heard lately is, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And we can learn from this particular experience. So there's the invitation is to reframe things positively, reframe fear and anxiety and all those things in a positive way as much as you can, and share that positive light around you with the people as much as possible. We need more joy, laughter and happiness right now, so share it as much as you can with the people around you. Take care, stay well, stay safe, and speak soon.